Hello, I'm Mark Hoover and welcome to the world of comics. Comics come in all forms, such as the comic book you see here, or the Sunday morning paper strips that we all grew up with. But like most forms of media, sometimes consumers of these media forms desire to become producers. How can you do this? It's a lot easier than you might think. With a couple of simple supplies and the right attitude, anyone can be on their way to creating comics for their friends and family. Let's get started. To get started, this is the bare minimum of supplies that you'll need. You might want to purchase one other advanced piece of software called Adobe Illustrator that will really push your comics towards a more polished look. But for now, this is enough for the beginner to get started. Before you can really start, spend some time planning out the look and feel of the characters you'll be using. Practice drawing them in different poses and with different expressions. This is an important step, as it will make the drawing phase much smoother. After you've planned out a script for your first comic, you can move into the drawing phase. Use a pencil and draw lightly. Little imperfections in this phase are nothing to worry about, especially if you're just getting started for the first time. For the sake of this demonstration, I have just drawn a very quick, very rough drawing of one character, but you'll want to pencil out your entire comic in advance, panels and all, before moving on to the next step. Don't worry about drawing in any dialogue bubbles, but leave enough room for them to be added later digitally. After you have completed the pencil phase, you can move on to inking. Use a Sharpie or some other fine-tipped pen which will show up black and very dark. This is important as you move on to the scanning phase. Go over all the lines in ink. Be careful where you rest your hands during this phase to avoid smudging your pen lines. Now you can scan in your ink drawing, which will convert your image to a digital form. You can then use something as simple as Microsoft Paint to add color and dialogue bubbles. Or you can get a little more advanced and use Adobe Illustrator's Live Trace tool to really sharpen your comic look. Once you get a hang of your picture editing software, you'll be making comics that you'll be proud to show off to your friends and family. And who knows, maybe we'll be reading you in the Sunday paper strip someday.